So from one source of money that we had from that facade renovation project, we are able to go out and buy new lights within that district, and that ends at Albany and goes all the way up to New Jersey. So that doesn't help you where you are right now.
No, that would be fine. I'm talking about the areas from Albany down. It's fine towards Ventnor.
Okay.
It's going up the other way that it's really, and then you get to Michigan Avenue, and it's just completely dark.
Well, we have committed $2.5 million to buy new lights.
Okay.
That is in the form of a grant to the city. It may be next or the one after where the city council will consider approving that grant. There is an additional cost to the tariff to be paid on those lights, because we said we bought lights 15 years ago, CRDA, for the boardwalk, and now they're shot again. Right. So we said, let's be a little smarter when we buy the lights this time. Atlantic Electric has agreed to issue to the city a tariff which is higher, and the city has agreed to pay that higher tariff with our support. The reason why it's higher is the existing tariff just pays for the bulb and the electricity. The new tariff will pay for the bulb, electricity, and replacement of the fixture should it get knocked down, fall down, whatever happens.
Couldn't the wind turbines pay for the entire electric?
I don't think so. I just don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
But, so we have a solution to the lighting. It's within that Albany to New Jersey area. We know that there's a lot of capital needs within the district, and we're going to go ahead and do an assessment of what other capital needs are and the prioritization of those needs. If you're up in the first ward, they're going crazy over the boardwalk because it's condemned over a portion of it, and the bulkhead is failing in that area. So that's another thing that we are happy to be a funder where there are absolutely no other funds, but probably a lot of the solutions is combining all of our resources. So if the city can put a little money in CRDA, in the case of the boardwalk, it might be the Army Corps as well. Will
that take care of the dunes, maybe lower the dunes and do something with that?
We're willing to tackle the dune, but that's a follow-up question. We're willing to tackle the dune issue, but it is a DEP environmental requirement, so I can't guarantee success, but we're at least willing to try to push it.
Okay. One and only.
Name
for the record, please, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is R.D. Chapman. I'm from the 2nd Ward at 531 North New Jersey Avenue. I came to this town in 1979 with an invitation from Caesars to help them build their casino. I stayed with them for 14 years as an employee. Then I went to work for one of the utilities, and then I eventually went to work for Atlantic City as a code enforcement officer. So some of you might know me from that, but I've been out of that for over 10 years. When I first came here in 1979, 3 Mile Island was going on, and that was scary enough. Then I got to Atlantic City, and I pulled into this town at sometime early afternoon. It was dark, dreary, no lights, and I said, oh my God, what did I do?
Get to your question, RJ?
Yes. I understand what you're saying, and this all sounds good. I've heard this rhetoric 35 years.
Yes, sir.
We were supposed to have been 33 casinos strong by now. We're only 11 or 12. Where's the money? Is it in? Where's the money? Let's bring it back to Atlantic City. All of it. The heck with everybody else in this state. We've been neglected for a long time. It's time to take the boardwalk clear to Bakerfield. From wherever you want to start it. It's time. We're missing an inner Baltimore harbor. We've missed everything. And all this fighting, this infighting between government and this help and that help. We all have to start working together. Let's not forget the dark areas of the city. This is a 2nd Ward, is not 6th Ward. We have spent our money there, not taxpayer money, making that a new neighborhood. We're in the newest part of Atlantic City. As far as this end is concerned, this is where the money's at. Help us rebuild this town. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Claude Donico. I am manager of the Plaza Condominium. We certainly support the lighting and all of the things that were spoken of regarding extending the tourism district from Albany Avenue down to Jackson Avenue. One of our major concerns, along with those others that have been mentioned, is the homeless situation. We're very concerned that were you to stop the boundaries at Albany Avenue, then the homeless people would gravitate both to the north area and to the south area. 2 years ago, we had an experience where a homeless person took up quarters, really, underneath the incline right outside of our building. And it wasn't discovered until there was a sweep of underneath the boardwalk. I think for the safety and goodwill of the people at the plaza who are living right on the boardwalk, that you certainly should extend the lighting and the care of the boardwalk to Jackson Avenue so that we would be included.
Hi, I'm Frank Battaglia. I live on Aberdeen Place, about 10 blocks from here. And I wanted to give you a homeowner's perspective on the dune. A homeowner's perspective about the dunes. February 2 years ago, we had a pretty good storm which had waves breaking on the dunes right over here. I went down in that adverse weather to look at it. I was very glad they were there. My wife and I bike every morning at 6 a.m., so we're out in all weather and we see what's going on. This year, with no severe storms, Margate with no dunes, had streets which were flooded for days. The storm came up in the streets, the wind blew, closed the drain, and then even Atlantic Avenue had lanes underwater for days at a time. I think the dunes are very valuable, and I wanted to raise a specific question about maintenance. There are crews for the city which operate to clear the drainage pipes which are behind the dunes, but they regularly break the fence which is there. Sometimes they go over the dunes with their tractors, and I've not seen any replacement of any of the dune fence which was created originally as part of the city's agreement with maintenance. So I think the city needs to do, or the tourism district needs to do a better job maintaining the dunes that we have, and I'm very glad we have them.
With that, I just want to point out, Tom, can you stand up, please? Tom is our emergency management coordinator for Atlantic City. That's Tom Foley, and Tom has also been very involved with a lot of our storm drains in storms. Thank you.
My name is Ernest Paul from Ocean Club. I have a specific...
Pick up the...
From the Ocean Club. I have a specific interest in asking the following question. To my knowledge, the small casinos were approved. And my question is, are there any plans to build these new casinos as part of the new development to stimulate new business?
We certainly hope so. We think that the small casinos are a big answer to Atlantic City being able to go forward. If you look at the trouble that Rebel had getting funded for a $2 billion facility, and they are going forward with one of the two residential hotel towers, getting that level of a casino built is, I think, very, very hard going forward. Just knowing the proliferation of casino gaming throughout the country. So I think that the legislation for the boutique casinos is exactly where we need to be. It gives us another alternative for development. So instead of standing still, we have a new business model we can work through.
Thank you.